15 black actors who endured tragic loss before they died. Some of Hollywood's greatest black stars spent their lives inspiring millions, but behind the applause, many carried heartbreaking personal losses that few people ever truly understood. From legendary marriages and devastating family tragedies to painful sacrifices hidden from the spotlight, these remarkable actors proved that fame could never protect anyone from life's deepest sorrows. Today, we're uncovering the emotional stories that shaped their final years and the incredible resilience that defined their legacies. Stay with us until the end, because several of these stories may completely change the way you remember these iconic stars. Before we begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which legend impacted you the most. Welcome to Golden Black Legends. James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones built one of the most respected careers in American entertainment, becoming a symbol of strength, dignity, and excellence for more than 6 decades. With his unmistakable deep voice and commanding screen presence, he earned worldwide recognition through unforgettable performances in films such as The Great White Hope, Field of Dreams, Coming to America, and The Lion King, while also becoming the iconic voice of Darth Vader in the Star Wars franchise. Yet behind the extraordinary achievements stood a man who experienced profound personal heartbreak, particularly after the loss of his beloved wife, actress Cecilia Hart, a tragedy that quietly shaped his later years. Jones married Cecilia Hart in 1982 after the two met while working in theater. Their marriage lasted more than 3 decades and was widely admired for its stability in an industry often marked by constant change. Together they raised their son, Flynn Earl Jones, while carefully protecting their private family life from public attention. Friends and colleagues frequently described Cecilia as James's greatest source of encouragement, supporting him throughout his celebrated career on stage, television, and film. When Hart died from ovarian cancer in October 2016 at the age of 68, Jones rarely discussed his grief publicly, but those close to him noted that her passing deeply affected him. Although he continued accepting selected acting roles and public appearances after Cecilia's death, Jones gradually stepped away from the demanding pace that had defined his career. Instead, he focused on family, treasured friendships, and preserving the remarkable legacy he had built across Broadway and Hollywood. His quiet resilience reflected the same dignity audiences had admired throughout his life. Rather than allowing personal sorrow to overshadow his accomplishments, he carried his loss with grace while remaining deeply respected by colleagues across the entertainment industry. On September 9, 2024, James Earl Jones passed away peacefully at his home in New York at the age of 93. Tributes immediately poured in from actors, filmmakers, and fans around the world, celebrating not only his legendary voice, but also his kindness, humility, and professionalism. His life reminds us that even the strongest individuals experience heartbreaking loss. Yet, through perseverance, love, and unwavering dedication to his craft, James Earl Jones left behind a legacy that will continue, inspiring audiences for generations to come. Ruby Dee. Ruby Dee's remarkable career was defined by talent, grace, and an unwavering commitment to social justice. But behind her public achievements was a deeply personal love story that shaped the final chapter of her life. For more than 50 years, she shared an extraordinary partnership with fellow actor Ossie Davis, creating one of Hollywood's most admired marriages. Together they overcame racial barriers, built influential acting careers, and became respected voices in the civil rights movement. Their relationship was built on mutual respect, artistic collaboration, and an enduring friendship that inspired generations of black performers. Born in Cleveland, Ohio in 1922 and raised in New York City, Ruby Dee established herself as one of the most accomplished actresses of her generation. She starred in acclaimed productions including A Raisin in the Sun, Do the Right Thing, American Gangster, and countless stage performances that earned praise for their emotional depth. Alongside Ossie Davis, she became a powerful advocate for equality, frequently appearing at civil rights events and supporting leaders such as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Their partnership represented much more than a successful marriage. It symbolized resilience, purpose, and shared dedication to creating meaningful change. When Ossie Davis died suddenly in February 2005 at the age of 87, Ruby Dee lost not only her husband but also her closest friend and creative partner. Although she continued acting and public speaking, those who knew her recognized that his absence profoundly affected her. Rather than withdrawing completely, she honored his memory by continuing to celebrate the values they had defended together throughout their lives. She also completed memoirs reflecting on their extraordinary journey, preserving their story for future generations. Ruby Dee remained active well into her 80s, earning an Academy Award nomination for American Gangster in 2008, becoming one of the oldest actresses ever nominated in a supporting category. On June 11, 2014, she passed away peacefully at the age of 91. Tributes celebrated not only her remarkable artistic achievements, but also the extraordinary love she shared with Ossie Davis. Her story reminds us that life's greatest success is often measured not by awards alone, but by the enduring relationships that give those accomplishments lasting meaning. Richard Roundtree. Richard Roundtree became a cultural icon when he introduced audiences to one of cinema's most influential action heroes. As the original John Shaft, he redefined leading man roles for black actors and helped change Hollywood during the 1970s. Yet behind the confidence that audiences admired was a man who faced significant personal challenges, including health struggles, family changes, and heartbreaking losses. His life demonstrated that even legendary figures must navigate private pain while continuing to inspire millions through their work. Born in New Rochelle, New York in 1942, Roundtree began his career as a model before transitioning into acting. His breakthrough arrived in 1971 with Shaft, a film that became a cultural phenomenon and established him as one of Hollywood's first modern black action stars. He later appeared in dozens of films and television series, including Roots, SE7N, George of the Jungle, and the modern Shaft sequels, proving his versatility across multiple generations of entertainment. Throughout his career, Roundtree remained admired for his professionalism and quiet dignity, earning respect from colleagues and audiences alike. Away from the spotlight, Roundtree experienced painful personal transitions, including the end of his marriage and the challenges of balancing family life with a demanding acting career. In 1993, he publicly revealed that he had successfully battled male breast cancer after being diagnosed the previous year. By speaking openly about the disease, he encouraged countless men to seek early medical attention and helped raise awareness about a condition often overlooked in men. His willingness to discuss such a personal experience transformed him into an advocate whose influence reached far beyond film. Richard Roundtree continued acting well into his later years, remaining active until shortly before his death. On October 24, 2023, he passed away at the age of 81 following a battle with pancreatic cancer. Hollywood remembered him not only as the groundbreaking star of Shaft, but also as a resilient man who faced life's hardships with courage and quiet determination. His legacy lives on through the barriers he broke, the characters he brought to life, and the inspiration he provided to generations of black actors who followed his historic path. Diahann Carroll. Diahann Carroll's extraordinary career transformed American television and film, making her one of the most influential black actresses of the 20th century. Elegant, intelligent, and immensely talented, she consistently challenged barriers that had limited opportunities for black women in Hollywood. While audiences admired her glamorous image and remarkable performances, her private life included profound heartbreak, especially following the sudden loss of her husband Robert Dellon. That tragedy became one of the defining emotional moments of her later life, reminding the world that even celebrated stars endure deeply personal sorrow. Born in the Bronx, New York in 1935, Carroll built a career that spanned more than 6 decades. She achieved international recognition through films such as Carmen Jones, Paris Blues, and Claudine, earning an Academy Award nomination for the latter. In 1968, she made television history by starring in Julia, becoming the first Black woman to lead a non-stereotypical television drama series in the United States. The groundbreaking role reshaped television and inspired countless young performers by presenting a successful, independent Black professional during a period of major social change. Carroll married magazine editor Robert De Leon in 1973, and their relationship brought her renewed happiness after earlier personal challenges. Tragically, that happiness was cut short when De Leon was killed in a car accident in 1977 at just 39 years old. The sudden loss devastated Carroll, who later acknowledged how difficult it was to rebuild her life after such an unexpected tragedy. Despite her grief, she gradually returned to acting, demonstrating remarkable resilience while continuing to build an already legendary career. In later years, Carroll also faced breast cancer with extraordinary courage, becoming an advocate for awareness and early detection after her successful treatment. She remained active in film, television, and theater before passing away on October 4, 2019, at the age of 84 following complications related to cancer. Today, Diahann Carroll is remembered not only as a pioneering actress, but also as a woman whose grace, determination, and resilience allowed her to overcome heartbreaking personal loss while leaving an unforgettable legacy in American entertainment. Louis Gossett Jr. Louis Gossett Jr. spent more than 6 decades earning the respect of audiences through powerful performances, quiet dignity, and unwavering professionalism. As the first Black actor to win the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, he helped redefine opportunities for African American performers in Hollywood. Yet behind the remarkable career stood a man who experienced personal disappointments, failed marriages, health challenges, and the emotional weight that often accompanied a lifetime in the spotlight. His story reminds us that even history-making legends are not immune to heartbreak. Born in Brooklyn, New York in 1936, Gossett began acting while still in high school before making his Broadway debut as a teenager. His breakthrough film role came in A Raisin in the Sun, where he performed alongside Sidney Poitier, Ruby Dee, and Claudia McNeil. International fame arrived in 1982 when he portrayed Gunnery Sergeant Emil Foley in An Officer and a Gentleman, a performance that earned him both the Academy Award and a Golden Globe. Throughout his extraordinary career, he also starred in Roots Iron Eagle, The Josephine Baker Story, and dozens of television productions that showcased his remarkable versatility. Away from Hollywood, Gossett endured several painful chapters in his personal life. His 3 marriages ended in divorce, leaving him to navigate difficult periods while balancing fatherhood and an increasingly demanding career. He also battled prostate cancer and later chronic respiratory illness, choosing to speak publicly about his experiences to encourage early medical screening and greater awareness. Rather than allowing setbacks to define him, he continued acting, mentoring younger performers and supporting charitable organizations through the Earl Foundation, which promoted racial understanding and educational opportunities. Louis Gossett Jr. remained active almost until the end of his life, on March 29, 2024. He passed away peacefully at the age of 87. Tributes poured in from across the entertainment industry, celebrating not only his groundbreaking achievements, but also his kindness, wisdom, and commitment to helping others succeed. His journey was marked by extraordinary triumphs as well as profound personal loss, yet he never allowed hardship to overshadow his purpose. Today, Louis Gossett Jr. is remembered as a pioneering actor whose resilience, compassion, and unforgettable performances continue inspiring generations of artists around the world. Lena Horne. Lena Horne was one of the most elegant and influential entertainers of the 20th century. breaking racial barriers in film, music, and television with extraordinary grace. Behind her glamorous public image, however, was a woman who endured deep personal sorrow, including the devastating loss of her beloved husband, arranger and composer Lenny Hayton. Their marriage, controversial during its time because it was interracial, became one of the defining relationships of her life. After Hayton's death, Horne faced years of loneliness while continuing to perform with remarkable strength and dignity. Born in Brooklyn, New York in 1917, Horne began her career as a teenager at the legendary Cotton Club before moving into Hollywood during the 1940s. She became one of MGM's biggest stars, appearing in films such as Cabin in the Sky and Stormy Weather. Despite her popularity, racial segregation often limited the roles available to her, forcing Horne to fight for opportunities that many of her white contemporaries received automatically. Rather than accepting those limitations, she became an outspoken advocate for civil rights while building a career that combined acting, singing, and live performances across several decades. Horne married Lenny Hayton in 1947, and despite facing prejudice because of their interracial relationship, the couple remained together for more than 20 years. Hayton frequently supported Horne's career behind the scenes, arranging music and encouraging her artistic growth. His death in 1971 left an enormous emotional void. Friends later described Horne as deeply affected by the loss, although she continued performing on stage and eventually earned renewed acclaim through her acclaimed one-woman Broadway production, Lena Horne, The Lady, and Her Music, which won multiple Tony Awards. Lena Horne passed away peacefully on May 9, 2010, at the age of 92. By then, she had become a cultural icon whose influence extended far beyond entertainment. Her life reflected both extraordinary achievement and profound personal heartbreak, proving that resilience often grows through adversity. Today, Lena Horne remains celebrated not only for her timeless talent, but also for the courage and perseverance that defined every chapter of her remarkable journey. Clarence Williams III. Clarence Williams III built one of Hollywood's most distinctive careers by portraying unforgettable characters with remarkable intensity and originality. Best known for his role as Lincoln Hayes in the groundbreaking television series The Mod Squad, Williams developed a reputation for bringing intelligence and emotional depth to every performance. While he enjoyed lasting professional success, his personal life was marked by disappointment, the end of an important marriage, and years of living largely outside the spotlight. His journey reflected the quiet resilience of an actor who remained dedicated to his craft despite life's many challenges. Born in New York City in 1939 into a family with strong musical roots, Williams initially considered following a different career before discovering acting. After earning critical acclaim on Broadway, including a Tony Award nomination for Slow Dance on the Killing Ground, he transitioned successfully into television and film. The Mod Squad made him a household name during the late 1960s, while later performances in Purple Rain, Sugar Hill, Half-Baked, American Gangster, and numerous television dramas demonstrated his remarkable range. Directors frequently praised his ability to create memorable characters through subtle emotion rather than exaggerated performances. Williams married actress Gloria Foster in 1967, but the marriage ended in divorce several years later. Although he rarely discussed his private life publicly, friends described him as someone who valued meaningful relationships while carefully protecting his personal world from media attention. Rather than seeking celebrity status, he focused almost entirely on acting, allowing his performances to define his legacy. In later years, he appeared less frequently on screen but remained highly respected within Hollywood for his professionalism and unique artistic style. Clarence Williams III died on June 4, 2021, at the age of 81 following a battle with colon cancer. Fellow actors, filmmakers, and fans remembered him as an extraordinary talent whose contributions extended far beyond his most famous role. Although his life included personal setbacks and quiet heartbreak, he never allowed those experiences to diminish his passion for storytelling. His legacy continues through a body of work that inspired generations of performers and proved that authenticity, dedication, and perseverance can leave a lasting impact on the world of entertainment. John Amos. John Amos built a career defined by authenticity, strength, and dignity, becoming one of the most respected black actors in American television history. Whether portraying the determined family patriarch James Evans Sr. in Good Times or the unforgettable adult Kunta Kinte in Roots, Amos brought honesty and emotional depth to every role. Yet behind the public admiration stood a man who experienced personal disappointments, family struggles, and the heartbreak that often accompanies a lifetime spent balancing career relationships and public expectations. His story is one of resilience as much as professional success. Born in Newark, New Jersey in 1939, Amos initially pursued athletics before discovering acting. His breakthrough arrived in the early 1970s with Good Times, where his portrayal of James Evans became one of television's most beloved father figures. Although he left the series after creative disagreements over its direction, the role permanently established him as a respected performer. His career expanded through acclaimed productions, including Roots, Coming to America, The West Wing, Die Hard 2, and numerous stage performances demonstrating remarkable versatility over more than 5 decades. Away from the cameras, Amos faced significant personal challenges. His marriages ended in divorce, and in his later years, reports of family disagreements became public, bringing emotional strain during a period when many expected retirement to be peaceful. Despite these difficulties, Amos remained focused on acting, writing, and inspiring younger performers. He consistently spoke about the importance of portraying black families with dignity and authenticity, believing that meaningful representation could influence generations. Friends frequently described him as resilient, thoughtful, and deeply committed to his craft despite personal setbacks. John Amos passed away in 2024 at the age of 84, closing the chapter on one of television's most influential careers. Tributes poured in from actors, directors, and longtime fans who remembered him as a groundbreaking performer whose work helped redefine black representation on American television. Although his later years included heartbreak and personal challenges, Amos never allowed adversity to erase the remarkable legacy he had created. His life stands as a powerful reminder that true greatness is measured not only by memorable performances, but also by the courage to remain faithful to one's values through every stage of life. Guillaume became one of television's most admired actors through intelligence, warmth, and remarkable versatility. Best remembered for his Emmy-winning performances as Benson Dubois in Soap, and Benson Guillaume broke barriers by portraying a black lead character with dignity, humor, and authority at a time when such opportunities remained rare. While audiences celebrated his success, his private life included painful personal losses, health struggles, and family heartbreak that tested his strength long after the cameras stopped rolling. Born in St. Louis, Missouri in 1927, Guillaume worked numerous jobs before pursuing acting professionally. His determination eventually led him to Broadway television and film, where his natural charisma quickly earned widespread recognition. The role of Benson transformed him into one of America's most beloved television stars, earning 2 Emmy Awards while making history as one of the few black actors to headline a successful primetime sitcom. Beyond television, Guillaume lent his distinctive voice to Rafiki in Disney's The Lion King, and appeared in productions including Sports Night, The Meteor Man, and numerous stage performances that showcased his exceptional range. Despite his professional achievements, Guillaume experienced significant personal hardship. His first marriage ended in divorce, and later in life he endured the devastating loss of one of his sons, an experience that deeply affected him. In 1999, he survived a serious stroke that temporarily impaired his speech and mobility. Refusing to surrender his career, Guillaume underwent extensive rehabilitation and returned to acting, inspiring audiences with his perseverance and determination. His recovery demonstrated the same quiet resilience that had characterized his entire life. Robert Guillaume passed away on October 24, 2017 at the age of 89 following complications from prostate cancer. Tributes celebrated not only his extraordinary talent but also his courage, humility, and enduring optimism in the face of adversity. His journey reminds us that behind every celebrated career lies a deeply human story filled with triumphs and heartbreak. Today, Robert Guillaume remains a pioneering figure whose legacy continues inspiring actors and audiences through the timeless performances that defined his remarkable life. Roger E. Mosley. Roger E. Mosley earned lasting admiration through a career built on quiet confidence, professionalism, and unforgettable performances. Best known for portraying helicopter pilot Theodore T.C. Kelvin in the hit television series Magnum P.Y. Mosley, became one of the most recognizable black actors on American television during the 1980s. His approachable personality and natural screen presence made him a favorite among audiences, while his personal life reflected resilience through both professional challenges and heartbreaking family experiences. Born in Los Angeles, California in 1938, Mosley began acting in the late 1960s, appearing in films and television productions that steadily established his reputation as a dependable character actor. Before joining Magnum P.I., he delivered memorable performances in films such as The Mac Leadbelly and The River Niger. His portrayal of T.C. Kelvin, a loyal friend, veteran, and successful helicopter business owner, became one of television's most positive and enduring representations of a black supporting character. Throughout 8 successful seasons, Mosley brought warmth, humor, and integrity to the role, earning admiration from viewers around the world. Away from Hollywood, Mosley valued family above fame. He maintained a long-term relationship with Tony Lodomick for decades before the couple eventually married later in life. Friends frequently described him as deeply devoted to his loved ones and committed to maintaining a private, grounded lifestyle despite years of television success. In his later years, health challenges gradually limited his public appearances, yet he remained connected to fans through interviews, conventions, and charitable activities, celebrating the legacy of Magnum P.I. Roger E. Mosley died on August 7, 2022, at the age of 83 after suffering injuries in a car accident several days earlier. His passing prompted heartfelt tributes from former co-stars, industry colleagues, and generations of viewers who remembered him for both his talent and genuine kindness. Although his life included personal hardships and unexpected tragedy, Mosley remained a symbol of optimism, loyalty, and perseverance. His enduring legacy lives on through the memorable characters he created and the quiet dignity with which he faced every chapter of his remarkable life. Brock Peters. Brock Peters built a remarkable career by portraying characters with intelligence, authority, and emotional depth, earning respect across film, television, and theater for more than 5 decades. Although he never sought the spotlight as aggressively as some of his contemporaries, Peters became one of Hollywood's most dependable actors, leaving an enduring legacy through unforgettable performances. Behind his professional accomplishments, however, were personal disappointments, career obstacles, and the emotional challenges that accompanied a lifetime spent breaking racial barriers in the entertainment industry. Born George Fisher in New York City in 1927, Peters initially pursued music before discovering acting. His breakthrough arrived in 1962 with the landmark film To Kill a Mockingbird, where he portrayed Tom Robinson, a role that remains one of the most powerful performances in American cinema. He later appeared in acclaimed productions, including Soylent Green Porgy and Best the Lonesome Dove television series, and multiple Star Trek productions, becoming one of the few actors to portray different major characters within the franchise. Throughout his career, Peters consistently chose roles that reflected dignity, intelligence, and humanity, helping reshape opportunities for Black performers in Hollywood. Away from the screen, Peters experienced both professional frustration and personal loss, as racial limitations often restricted the range of roles available to him. Despite his extraordinary talent, he frequently found himself overlooked for leading roles that might have gone to white actors with similar abilities. Rather than allowing disappointment to define him, Peters remained dedicated to his craft, mentoring younger performers and continuing to work across theater, film, and television well into his later years. Colleagues admired his professionalism, generosity, and unwavering commitment to excellence. Brock Peters passed away on August 23, 2005 at the age of 78 after battling pancreatic cancer. Tributes celebrated not only his unforgettable performances but also his quiet determination and integrity throughout an era of significant social change. His life reflected both remarkable achievement and genuine hardship, demonstrating that perseverance often matters as much as fame. Today, Brock Peters is remembered as a pioneering actor whose contributions helped expand opportunities for future generations while leaving behind a body of work that continues inspiring audiences around the world. Melvin Van Peebles. Melvin Van Peebles was far more than an actor. He was a filmmaker, playwright, novelist, composer, and fearless creative visionary who transformed independent Black cinema. Throughout his extraordinary career, he challenged Hollywood conventions and created opportunities where few previously existed. Yet despite his groundbreaking achievements, Van Peebles also experienced financial struggles, professional resistance, and deeply personal hardships that shaped the final decades of his remarkable life. His journey became a powerful example of determination in the face of constant adversity. Born in Chicago in 1932, Van Peebles served in the U.S. Air Force before pursuing careers in literature and filmmaking. After finding early success in Europe, he returned to the United States and made history with the independently produced film Sweet Sweetback's Badasses Song in 1971. Created on a modest budget and financed largely through personal determination, the film became a commercial sensation and inspired the emergence of the blaxploitation era. Beyond acting, Van Peebles wrote, directed, produced, composed the music and edited the groundbreaking project, demonstrating an extraordinary range of artistic talent rarely matched in Hollywood. Despite his influence, Van Peebles often struggled against an entertainment industry reluctant to embrace independent Black creators. He endured financial uncertainty, professional criticism, and the emotional burden of constantly fighting for creative freedom. Rather than compromising his artistic vision, he continued producing films, writing books, creating stage productions, and mentoring younger filmmakers. His greatest pride extended beyond his own accomplishments to watching his son, Mario Van Peebles, build a successful acting and directing career, continuing the family's artistic legacy. Melvin Van Peebles passed away peacefully on September 21, 2021 at the age of 89. Tributes praised his extraordinary courage, innovation, and lasting influence on American cinema. His life reflected not only remarkable success, but also the sacrifices often required to create lasting change. Today, Van Peebles is remembered as a pioneering artist whose determination permanently reshaped opportunities for Black filmmakers and actors, proving that genuine vision can overcome even the most difficult obstacles. Roscoe Lee Browne. Roscoe Lee Browne possessed one of the most recognizable voices in American entertainment, combining extraordinary intelligence with remarkable acting talent across theater, film, and television. Known for his commanding presence and refined delivery, Browne became one of Hollywood's most respected performers, while maintaining a career built on substance rather than celebrity. Although he achieved widespread admiration, his personal journey also included loneliness, professional frustration, and the emotional challenges of navigating an industry that often underestimated Black actors of his generation. Born in Woodbury, New Jersey in 1922, Browne initially excelled in academics and athletics before discovering his passion for acting. His distinguished stage career eventually expanded into memorable film and television performances including The Cowboys, Logan's Run the Great White Hope, and numerous acclaimed voice roles. His deep, sophisticated voice also made him one of the most sought-after narrators in television documentaries and animated productions. Throughout his career, Browne earned praise for portraying thoughtful, intelligent characters who challenged stereotypes and elevated expectations for black performers in mainstream entertainment. Despite his artistic accomplishments, Browne often spoke about the limited opportunities available to black actors during much of his career. Many roles failed to reflect the complexity he believed audiences deserved, forcing him to choose carefully between meaningful work and commercial success. Rather than accepting mediocrity, Browne remained committed to quality performances while mentoring younger artists and supporting educational initiatives. His dedication to literature, theater, and public speaking reflected a lifelong belief that culture and education could inspire lasting social progress. Roscoe Lee Browne died on April 11, 2007 at the age of 84 following complications from stomach cancer. Friends and colleagues remembered him as an intellectual giant whose influence extended far beyond acting. Although his later years were marked by illness and personal challenges, he never lost his passion for storytelling or his commitment to artistic excellence. Today, Browne remains celebrated as one of the most distinguished black actors of his generation, leaving behind a legacy defined by wisdom, dignity, and extraordinary talent. Cicely Tyson. Cicely Tyson devoted her life to portraying black women with honesty, dignity, and extraordinary emotional depth. Throughout a career spanning more than 7 decades, she refused roles that reinforced harmful stereotypes, believing actors carried a responsibility to elevate both their craft and their communities. While audiences admired her remarkable achievements, Tyson also endured profound personal heartbreak, including the painful collapse of her marriage and the emotional sacrifices required by a lifetime dedicated to excellence. Born in New York City in 1924, Tyson began as a fashion model before transitioning into acting during the 1950s. Her breakthrough performances in Sounder, the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman Roots, The Help, and How to Get Away with Murder established her among the greatest actresses in American history. She received numerous honors including Emmy Awards, a Tony Award, an honorary Academy Award, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Rather than pursuing fame alone, Tyson consistently chose roles celebrating resilience, courage, and the richness of black life. Tyson married legendary jazz musician Miles Davis in 1981, but the relationship proved deeply challenging and ended in divorce in 1989. In her memoir published shortly before her death, she reflected honestly on the difficulties of that marriage while emphasizing the importance of forgiveness, growth, and personal healing. Rather than allowing disappointment to define her later years, Tyson continued working well into her 90s, inspiring audiences with her remarkable discipline, grace, and unwavering professionalism. Cicely Tyson passed away peacefully on January 28, 2021 at the age of 96, only days after releasing her memoir. Tributes from around the world celebrated not only her extraordinary performances but also her lifelong commitment to dignity and representation. Her life demonstrated that even remarkable success cannot prevent personal sorrow, yet resilience can transform hardship into lasting wisdom. Today, Cicely Tyson remains one of the most influential actresses in American history, remembered for both her extraordinary talent and the quiet strength that guided every chapter of her remarkable journey. Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier transformed Hollywood by becoming the first black man to win the Academy Award for Best Actor. But his extraordinary legacy extends far beyond awards and historic achievements. Through quiet determination, remarkable talent, and unwavering integrity, he challenged racial barriers that had defined American cinema for generations. Behind his groundbreaking success, however, Poitier also experienced personal disappointment, family struggles, and the emotional losses that accompany a long and remarkable life. His journey reflected both extraordinary triumph and deeply human vulnerability. Born in Miami in 1927 to Bahamian parents and raised primarily in the Bahamas, Poitier arrived in New York as a teenager with little formal education and struggled to establish himself as an actor. Through relentless determination, he gradually built a career that produced unforgettable films, including Lilies of the Field, In the Heat of the Night, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and To Sir with Love. In 1964, he made history by winning the Academy Award for Best Actor for Lilies of the Field, becoming the first black performer to receive the honor. His achievement permanently changed expectations for black actors throughout Hollywood. Away from the screen, Poitier valued family privacy and public service. Although his first marriage ended in divorce, he later found lasting happiness with actress Joanna Shimkus, whom he married in 1976. Together, they built a stable family life away from Hollywood's constant attention, while Poitier also served as a diplomat for the Bahamas and became an internationally respected humanitarian. Despite experiencing personal and professional challenges throughout his life, he consistently remained a symbol of dignity and grace. Sidney Poitier passed away on January 6, 2022, at the age of 94. Tributes arrived from world leaders, filmmakers, actors, and admirers across the globe, honoring not only a legendary performer but also a man whose character matched his extraordinary accomplishments. His life demonstrated that genuine greatness is measured by both talent and integrity. Today, Sidney Poitier remains one of the most influential figures in film history, inspiring generations through his courage, compassion, and unwavering commitment to breaking barriers with dignity. As we reach the end of this journey, one thing becomes clear: behind every legendary performance was a human story filled with love, sacrifice, heartbreak, and remarkable resilience. These black actors entertained millions, but they also endured painful personal losses that shaped the people they became. Their strength reminds us that true greatness is measured not only by awards or fame, but by the courage to keep moving forward through life's hardest moments. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which actor's story touched you the most? And is there another black legend whose journey deserves to be remembered? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more unforgettable stories from golden black legends.